Hi everyone, welcome. The new episode of Peter's English podcast has been started. I'm your host Peter, and I'm the owner of my own Peter's English podcast. My own Peter's English podcast is an English podcast about my own fairy tale novel, Viera the Vampirical Diary. It's my comedy sitcom series that you can uh, read on my website and on my Wattpad, and it's about learning English, and it's about uh, speaking. It's about practicing my speaking skills in English, and it's about sharing the information that you can learn English with me too, because I want to inspire you. And now we can read my jingle. Yes, people, it's my slogan. And Peter, don't be shy and look into your webcam. Let's start. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, that's true, people. And we can start in this episode of PPP, picture in picture. I want to chat with the study and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot. Peter, try to speak normally. Don't be shy. You don't have any audience. You don't need to care. Okay, but I need to practice, people, my speaking skills in English, because I was quiet the whole time during this day, and it's the best idea because yes, I was at work, and in the work people cannot talk without reason. You have to work, yes, don't you? And the best idea is now practicing my speaking skills in English, but it's not Peter's ramble talk show or something, or something like that. And it's the best idea to start. Okay, let's go, Peter. And yes, I know that I'm live on YouTube again. Everything is working perfect, and we can start. I'm streaming and recording on my YouTube channel VOB Studio, my new live stream of my podcast. Let's start with question tags. Question tag, yes. Okay, I think it is. I activated study and learn and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot. Thanks to my grammar mistakes, I'm more happy. Yes, because I like to do grammar mistakes. I'm not shy anymore, and people don't be nervous where you are doing grammar mistake. It's normal. English native speakers are doing grammar mistake the whole time. Don't be worried, and we can continue. And okay, F5. Yes, perfect. Everything is working right now. Okay, can you see it? Yes, you can. I'm streaming and recording on my YouTube channel via OBS Studio, my new live stream of my podcast. Let's start with question tags. Alright, Peter, let's kick off your live stream with question tags. They're short, playful, and perfect for audience interaction. I'll guide you step by step so your viewers can learn and laugh at the same time. Lesson plan question tags form. Statement plus short question and at the end. Positive statement, negative tag. Negative statement, positive tag. Examples. You like The Simpsons, don't you? You don't watch my podcast, do you? Uses. To check information. You're streaming now, aren't you? To invite agreement. This is funny, isn't it? to display. You've been tired, haven't you? Third option is funny story segment for your stream. Viera the vampire girl walks into a cafe and starts grammar chaos. You mortals love garlic, don't you? You haven't been listening to my podcast, have you? You're afraid of me, aren't you? The mortals not nervously. Viera smirks. I have been teaching grammar all night, haven't I? Interactive practice. Ask your audience live. You watch The Simpsons, haven't you? You're enjoying this stream, aren't you? Let them answer in chat. Oh, I don't have any audience. Okay, we can repeat. Lesson plan question tags. Form. Statement plus short question at the end. Positive statement, negative tag, negative statement, positive tag. You like The Simpsons, don't you? You don't watch my podcast, do you? Okay. And I think that we can continue because it was too easy. No, because this topic is very easy. We can continue. We can continue with wait a minute. What I wanted to do. Indirect question. Aha, okay. With indirect questions. Now we have to wait. With indirect questions. Okay, we can continue F5. It is perfect. Today Microsoft Copilot works perfectly, and that's great. And Peter, don't be shy. Look at your webcam. Okay, you can see it. We can continue. We can continue with indirect questions. Perfect, Peter. Let's move smoothly into indirect questions for your live stream. These are great because they make English sound polite, natural, and a bit more formal. Indirect questions, simple guide, form. Start with a polite phrase, plus normal word order, no inversion. Can you tell me? Do you know? Could you explain? Examples, direct. Where is the bus stop? Indirect. Can you tell me where the bus stop is? Yes, people, indirect questions are very important in English because you don't to be very mean. Where is the bus stop? No, you cannot do it. You have to be polite. In fact, to indirect questions. Can you tell me where the bus stop is? Why we use them? To sound polite. Yes, we want to be polite at all costs. Instant of blunt. To ask questions in formal situations. To soften the tone in conversations. Funny story segment for your stream. Viera the vampire girl is at the bus stop. She wants to ask mortals questions without scaring them. Excuse me, could you tell me why garlic smells so disgusting? Do you know where I can buy fresh blood around here? Can you explain why mortals have been singing karaoke all night? The mortals panic, they answer politely, Vera smirks. I have been asking indirect questions all evening, haven't I? Interactive, no. It's not possible. Okay. We can repeat ourselves again. Yes, Peter, you want to repeat yourself, not everyone in the world. Indirect question, simple guide. Start with a polite phrase, plus normal word order, no inversion. Can you tell me? Do you know? Could you explain? Examples. Direct. Where is the bus stop? Indirect. Can you tell me where the bus stop is? We want to sound polite, to ask questions in formal situations, and to soften the tone in conversations. It's true. Okay, I think this is very easy. And now imperatives, I think. How long I've been streaming? Okay, yes, people, I asked bad question. How long Have I been streaming? Yes, this is the good answer, and we can continue. And I wanted to repeat for review something, but I don't know what. Yeah, I wanted imperatives. Imperatives are not so bad. Okay, we can continue. This is very easy. We can continue with imperatives. Okay. Great. No. I want to read you from, yes, from my notebook. Yes. Okay, F5. Here. Yes, everything is here. Can you see it? Yes, you can. We can continue. We can continue with imperatives. Great, Peter. Let's wrap your live stream grammar trio with imperatives. Try. They're simple, powerful, and perfect for live interaction because they sound like the commands, instructions, or advice. Imperatives. Simple guide form. Just a verb, no subject. Open the book. Listen carefully. Don't forget to subscribe. Uses giving instructions. Press the button. Commands. Stop talking. Advice suggestions. Try again. Warnings. Don't touch that. Funny story segment for your stream. Viera the Vampire Girl runs a grammar bootcamp. Sit down. Open your grammar book. Stop crying. Repeat after me. Don't forget the question tag. Never ignore the indirect question. Listen to me. Learn English. Fear me later. Her false colleagues try to resist, but she commands, stop complaining, start studying, drink blood responsibly. Interactive practice. Throw imperatives at your audience live. Write one imperative in the chat. Don't be shy. Give me your best command. Try to make it funny. Okay, I don't have any audience. What now? Viera's commentary. Imperatives are my favorite. Mortals obey. They have been following my command for centuries. Peter, now you covered question tags plus indirect question plus imperatives in live stream. That's a strong trio. Do you want me to stitch them together into one wild satirical story? Like a mini play, so you can perform it like, yes, of course. Yes, of course, I think. Yes. Don't need to continue with this boring English grammar. Yes, I agree. I agree. Uh, I have enough of English grammar for this live stream. Create a 500 word uh, funny, satirical, interesting, and wild story inspired by my novel Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. Use a lot of dialogues and today's English grammar. Okay. Now we have to wait for the story. Okay, here is the story. We have to wait. We have to wait. Yes, here is the story. Okay, F5. Perfect, everything works. We found reason. Yes. Okay, we found problems. And can you see it? Yes, you can. Let's go. Let's go to read. I'll be streaming for 50 minutes. I agree. I have enough of English grammar for this live stream. Create a 500 word funny, satirical, interesting, and wild story inspired by my novel Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. Use a lot of dialogues and today's English grammar. Absolutely, Peter. Here comes your 500-word funny, satirical, wild, chaotic Viera style story packed with question tags, indirect questions, and imperatives, just like today's live stream lesson. Buckle up. This one is unhinged in the best way. Okay, people, now I want to read you the story created and generated by Microsoft Copilot. It's inspired by my novel Viera the Vampire Girl Diary. It's very funny and I'm going to read it. And Peter, don't be shy. You are shy again. Don't be shy and look into your webcam. And now you are like your mother. But okay, she's true about you. You have to look into your webcam. Don't worry, people. She doesn't know about it. Okay, I mean that she does not know what I'm doing. Yes, because she has different hobbies. Yes, she has different the hobbies. This is the best word for it, and we can start. Now, people, I'm going to read you the story generated and created by Microsoft Copilot. Let's go. Viera the Vampire Girl and the Grammar Cafe Uprising. 500-word satirical chaos with today's grammar. Viera the Vampire Girl had been wandering the city all night and she was starving, not for blood, but for intelligent conversation. Unfortunately, she lived among mortals, so her expectations had already been lowered, hadn't they? She pushed open the door of the Happy Human Cafe, which had been advertising English conversation practice free. Free, Viera muttered. That usually means terrible. Inside, her false colleagues were sitting at a table pretending to be friendly. Oh no! Viera whispered, not them again. Viera, one of them shouted. You've come to practice English, haven't you? She sighed. I've come to practice patience, actually. The barista approached her nervously. Excuse me, could you tell me why your eyes are glowing red? Because I haven't had coffee yet, Viera said. Now stop talking and bring me something strong. And don't make it decaf. The barista ran. Viera sat down and immediately her colleagues started interrogating her. Do you know where you've been last night? Can you tell us why you always disappear at midnight? Could you explain why you never eat garlic bread? Viera rolled her eyes. Indirect questions? Really? Fine, I'll play. She leaned forward dramatically. Can you tell me why you mortals have been singing karaoke at 2 a.m. every night? They froze. Do you know how many times I have heard Barbie Girl this week? They gulped. Could you explain why none of you can sing in tune? Silence. Do so, Viera said. No, now listen. Stop singing. Start learning. Respect your vampire neighbor. Just then the barista returned with her coffee, trembling. Here you go. Extra strong. Please don't bite me. Viera smirked. Relax. I only bite people who use bad grammar. Suddenly the cafe manager appeared. Viera, you're scaring the customers, aren't you? Only the weak ones, she replied. The manager cleared his throat. We're doing a grammar challenge today. Would you like to join? Viera stood up, Capes feeling like a dramatic thundercloud. Fine, but I'm winning. The challenge began. A colleague shouted, You're a vampire, aren't you? Yes, Viera said. And you're annoying, aren't you? Another asked, Can you tell me where vampires sleep? In beds, Viera said, not coffins. Stop stereotyping. A third tried, Don't drink blood in the cafe, Viera laughed. Don't tell me what to do. The room grew tense. Finally, The manager said, "Okay, last round. Imperatives only." Viera cracked her knuckles. "Sit down, shut up, listen carefully, learn something, and stop breathing so loudly." The entire cafe obeyed instantly. Viera sipped her coffee, satisfied. "See, grammar is power." As she walked out, she added one last question tag. "You'll behave now, won't you?" Everyone nodded. Because when Viera teaches English, you don't argue, do you? If you want, Peter, I can turn this into part 2, a dialogue-only version, or a dramatic reading script for your next live stream. Let's see if I want. Okay. I've been streaming for 20 minutes. And okay, I think that we can. Or I don't know. Let's see. I'm thinking what to do. But yes, we can. Yes, yes, of course. Create the second part with the dialogues. And then we can end this live stream, don't we? Yes, of course. Here is part 2. It will be fun again because it has to be fun. And I forgot how to do question tags, but okay, who cares? And here is the story. Oh, here is perfect. Let's return back to chat with Microsoft Copilot, and here is part 2. But this is the last part of the story before the end of this live stream, and we can continue. Absolutely, Peter. Here comes part 2, packed with dialogues, chaos, sarcasm, and Viera's signature vampire attitude. This one picks up right where the cafe uprising ended. Get ready, this is wild. Now, people, I'm going to read you part 2 of AI-generated story by Microsoft Copilot, inspired by my novel, Viera the Vampire Girl. Let's start. Viera the Vampire Girl and the Grammar Cafe Uprising Part 2. Dialogue heavy, funny, satirical, and unhiked. The moment Viera stepped outside the Happy Human Cafe, she heard footsteps behind her. "Viera, wait!" It was the trembling barista, still holding the empty coffee cup like a holy relic. "What now?" Viera sighed. "I've already taught you grammar. I've already saved your cafe. I've already prevented a karaoke massacre." The barista gulped. Could you tell me where you learned to be so scary?" Viera smirked. "At university, I majored in sarcasm and minor threats." Suddenly her false colleagues burst out of the cafe, chasing after her like confused chickens. "Viera, you're not leaving, aren't you? You haven't explained the past perfect yet, have you? Can you tell us how to sound cool like you?" Viera groaned. "Stop following me, stop talking, stop breathing so loudly." They froze. One colleague whispered, "She's using imperatives again, run!" But they didn't run. They just stared at her like she was a walking grammar textbook with fangs. "Fine," Viera said. "If you insist on bothering me, at least ask better questions." A colleague raised his hand. Could you explain why your shadow moves before you do?" "No," Viera said next. Another tried. "Do you know where vampires go on holiday?" Anywhere with humans," Viera replied. A third asked, "Can you tell me why you don't sparkle like in Twilight?" Viera hissed, "Because I have dignity." Just then, a police officer approached them. "Excuse me," he said. "We've had complaints about grammar violence." Viera blinked. "Grammar violence?" "Yes," the officer said. Apparently, you told a group of civilians to shut up and stop briefing. They were briefing incorrectly, Viera said. It was educational. The officer cleared his throat. Ma'am, could you tell me why your eyes are glowing? Because I'm annoyed, Viera said. Now step aside, I'm going home. Other colleagues blocked her path. You can't leave yet, can you? You started teaching us, haven't you? You'll finish the lesson, won't you? Viera stared at them. Then she whispered, fine, but listen carefully. They leaned in. Repeat after me, Viera commanded. Don't annoy a vampire. Don't follow a vampire. And don't ask a vampire stupid questions. The colleagues repeated every line like obedient parrots. The officer nodded. That seems reasonable. Viera finally walked away, kept swirling dramatically. Behind her, the barista whispered, she'll come back tomorrow, won't she? The officer replied, if you keep breathing loudly, yes. Viera smirked as she disappeared into the night. Mortals, she muttered. They're exhausting, but at least they're learning. Peter, if you want, I can create part 3. No, thank you. No, thank you. I think that's enough for today's live stream. And I want to stream today for 40 minutes. And Peter, don't destroy your cable of your headphones because it were expensive. And thanks to Microsoft Copilot, I have good mood because this story was very funny. And as you can see, AI chatbots are a very good idea for learning English because you can learn a lot. You can chat with them like with the real person, and you can have fun with learning English as I am. And Peter, go close to your webcam and look into your webcam. Yes, your webcam is here, not there. And yes, I can tell you people yes, I can tell you the admin side of yes, I've inspired this from Luke's English podcast. Hi Luke, thank you for a great job. Listen Luke's English podcast, and I titled my this from the kitchen of Peter's English podcast because tomorrow is my publishing day, and is the day when I don't want to stream because I only want to publish everything and on my YouTube channel and on my Spotify for creators, and that means you can find my new episodes on everywhere in any bad and good app application and app application. Peter, what's app application? I mean podcast app. You can find me in every good and bad podcast app, but I want to do it tomorrow in the afternoon when I be home, and when I can start my weekend because tomorrow is Friday, the last work day, and that's great, and I can relax and I can watch my favorite animated series called The Simpsons. I can listen to my favorite English podcast, and I can publish these new episodes of my podcast, and you can find as my live streams on my YouTube channel, and then you can find them the same as my official episodes, but it will be recordings because I'm streaming and recording in the same time. And I want to end this live stream. Thank you for your watching. Thank you for your listening. Please follow me everywhere because I want to have more than 500 million followers, more than 500 million views on YouTube and on Spotify for creators too, because yes, I want to be famous. And yes, please read my novel, Viera, the Empirical Diary. I want to be successful like Tolkien or Rowling. Yes, or Martin with his Game of Thrones. Yes, people. I have a very high goals. Yes, people, I have a very high goals, but I'm joking. But yeah, I think that my novel is very interesting. It's very unique and it's very funny because my novel, Vera the Empirical Diary, is my comedy sitcom series on my Wattpad, and it's on my YouTube, on my Spotify, and on my website petersenglishpodcast.com. It's very wild, funny, satirical. It's with the moral lessons, with full of humorous dialogues. The story, the novel is my work. It'll be fun. I recommend you to listen and inspire you for creating your novel, because thanks to creating your podcast and your novel, you can learn English in the funny way, and you can and learning English can be funny and it can be hobby, because learning English is for everyone. English is an international language number one, and I think that's it. But now I can ramble without problems, because I have to regularly ramble, because it's the because it's the most important thing of practicing of your speaking skills in English. Because if you want to practice because if you want to speak English, you have to practice your speaking skills in English. And the best idea how to do it: create your own English podcast, create your own novel, because you have to practice your writing skills. And now I've realized that I have to find another word for because I use because every time, and I can use the help of every good AI chatbot. Is a good idea. But that is, follow me everywhere. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And remember, learning English is for everyone. That's my slogan. And bye bye.